Hello everybody, we are back at UK Games Expo 2018. I am joined by Paul from All Rolled Up. And before we kick into the interview, I just want to throw out a quick reminder to you guys of the competition that the guys at Geek & Son are running. You could win this beautiful gaming table that we are sitting at today by going across to their site and joining in their raffle. So you will buy your ticket and then you will have to answer a question, which is, who has a Geek & Son branded table, the table at UK Games Expo this year? Your options are A, Beasts of War, B, the Beastie Boys, or C, Beauty and the Beast. So, Paul, welcome to the live stream.
Hi, Justin.
Welcome. What have you brought along for us today? What is it that All Rolled Up makes for all the gaming goodies and the people out there in the halls?
All Rolled Up is really about the gaming essentials for tabletop.
Okay.
The view is to provide everything a gamer needs to bring their accessories and their dice and so forth to the table.
Okay, well, you have a beautiful selection of stuff here on the table. I'm seeing dice trays, I'm seeing these, which I'm actually curious, what exactly are these little things?
So that is the titular sort of All Rolled Up. That's where the company gets its name from. So the All Rolled Up is designed as a extended dice bag. It's a game roll, and it brings both your dice, but also it has room for cards or notebooks, and also a space for pens, pencils, and so forth.
So if I open this up, do you have this loaded?
It is absolutely loaded. It can. I have tested it before, and it can hold more than 100 dice.
That is really, really useful, especially for some of those games out there. If you're a role player, I always find it's good to have at least one or two different sets of poly dice with you, because you always have that one player who will turn up to a session and go, whoops, I forgot.
Yeah. And we actually have a couple of hundred designs at the moment.
Really?
And we have fans of the product who actually have bought the All Rolled Up for each game that they run at the point in time. So they will find one that's themed. They will have the right dice, the right counters, the right items and accessories.
I see. So basically, you would just have a little pack of these on a shelf with different patterns and stuff on the outside. And I'm seeing you have quite a few here. I'm going to pick up one of them here, and this is a lovely one. So, what is this one particularly?
Okay, so that one it's Harris Tweed, genuine Harris Tweed. And when you get these badges, the Harris Tweed badges, you are assigned a weaver.
Ah, okay. So there is one person within Harris Tweed that makes these for you.
Absolutely, yes, yeah.
Right. So who do we have here? Is it on?
It's not on. No. So that's the standard Harris Tweed label, and our weaver lives out in the Outer Hebrides, Scotland, and he's a gentleman called Murdo MacLeod.
You have one of the Clan MacLeod.
We have one of the Clan MacLeod, yeah,
so
absolutely.
There can be only one weaver.
There can only be one Harris Tweed weaver for
I'm sorry,
us,
that was awful, everybody. But I mean, like the quality that I'm seeing in these is absolutely lovely. I mean, like I'm seeing everything is really nicely cleaned and stitched together. This is something that's going to last a long, long time for people to pick it up.
Absolutely. We have people, we've been going for 5 years now, and we have people who bought the product originally in the first year we were trading, and they bring back their All Rolled Up to show us, and they are still solid and steady. They are all handmade. They're all handmade by my wife, Phil Bardowski, who is the managing director, effectively, of the company. But she's effectively a sole trader in that respect. She does all of this herself.
Wow, that's impressive. I'm also seeing, it looks like you've got some licensed pieces here. So you've got a fighting fantasy one.
Indeed, yeah.
Now, do you make any changes to the internal design of these for the different systems, or are they all pretty much a standardized layout?
They're all pretty much a standardized layout. We had small sort of tweaks along the way. So for example, when we Fighting Fantasy Fest ran a couple of years ago, we did some of these All Rolled Up, which specifically had an extended pocket inside, so you could put a Fighting Fantasy book in there and roll the product around it, so you could have your dice and whatever else and pens and pencils.
Nice.
But the standard scheme of how they're put together is pretty much across the board.
I've saved my favorite one to last, just because I think it's got a touch of class to it, which I don't know. It kind of suits me as a gamer. I like the idea of pulling something out that people will look at and just go, "Oh my God, that's pretty," and it's this one here. But what is this one made from?
So that is an oilskin All Rolled Up. We have a range of the oilskins, and I do believe that is the Reynolds. They're all named after adventuring or adventurous characters. So we have the Indy and the Reynolds, and other such names. Depending, we have various colors, but they are all genuine oilskin, which means that once you bought it, there's guidance inside it, but you can choose whether you want it to age naturally, in which case it will lighten and crack, or you can choose to oil it as a fisherman would, their oilskin coat, and keep it in the current state.
I love the little brass fixtures you have on this one. It's very, very gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just the weight of the product meant that we could actually have the buckles.
Yeah, it's lovely. Now, I'm seeing you have one other one here. Now, this one's still packaged up.
Yes.
So, it is this little one here. Now, is this also an all rolled up?
So that is what we call a Taru, a tiny all rolled up. So there's a lot of role-playing systems at the moment which only need one die or one or two die. And we got in touch with Monty Cook Games, and having had some early designs that had the same sort of approach of a few dice, a couple of small pens and pencils and notes. But Numenera, the Strange, and the Cypher System games all basically use one or two dice. And we approached them about getting the license for it.
This is a really nice thing whenever you can actually have a product that someone can actually theme to the game they're playing. It makes it feel sort of really nice and really special. And if you have a lot of these, you can actually just lay them out on your shelf and say, okay, so today I want to take my Fighting Fantasy one with me because I'm going to do some Fighting Fantasy stuff, or you can grab the one for your specific game system.
Absolutely.
Now, the other thing I'm seeing you guys have here is some of the little portable dice trays.
Indeed.
Now, these are a really nice little product. So if I bring this under camera, you've got really nice done little tab pieces on the corner here. Whenever these are all open, this is completely flat. Now, will this fit inside and all rolled up?
Yes.
That's a question for you.
So you would fold it in half, and you can actually then see once it's folded in half, it is the same size as the all rolled up. So you place it inside as you are rolling it, and it fits inside.
And then whenever you take it out, it's literally just pop the sides on.
Indeed.
And you are ready to actually have a dice tray. Now, I like the idea of these because I have some gamer friends who play role-playing games, and the number of times I've had to go hunting for a D20 that has just kept rolling has been so annoying. Something like this is a light, easy thing to add to your gaming accessories. I'm also seeing you've done, hello. This is a Ratcatchers Guild one for Guild Ball.
Indeed.
And having it themed to your stuff makes it feel nice. And it also means that if you're down at your local club, you know which one's yours because it's...
Absolutely.
Done one more here. And you have some dice here as well. I will move these out of the way. So this one. So this is UK Games Expo 1. And it is really nice because you've got the beautiful artwork on there. And this is one of those pieces that it's just a nice memento to have of the event.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I actually want to give this a bit of a test. So I'm going to do the thing and roll full poly set. They're perfect. Nothing's going to jump out of that. It's great. The next thing you have on the table with you is something that you yourself have created.
Yes.
This is the one that has me really curious. Anyone who knows me knows I love my Lovecraftian stuff. I love a little bit of, Race to San Zero horror. What I have here is Cthulhu Hacks. What is this?
So Cthulhu Hack is a simplified Lovecraftian tabletop role-playing game. The gaming group I play in very rarely can get together for more than a few hours, and we can't necessarily guarantee that we're going to be meeting every week. So we're very much into the one-shots. And so the system, because it's very simple, means you can create characters in 5 minutes and just play the game. It's only got two very simple mechanics, one about investigation and one about saving yourself from threats. So the one with the tentacled cover is the core book.
So this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is your core?
The Dark Brood, the next one, is released just for this event. This is the first time it's been physically available, which is about the cult of Shub-Niggurath.
Okay.
And the Dark Young. And then the last one is Three Faces of the Wendigo, which is a set of 3 adventures all about the Wendigo, which is up for Best Role-Playing Game Adventure at the awards this year.
Very nice. And this comes with a very, very clean little stat card that you can actually have all your stats on.
Absolutely.
So, is this something that comes with it whenever you pick it up, or is this something you get extra after the fact?
So I have box sets that basically include either the 3 core books for the game, which is the core rule book, the monster book, and an adventure book, and you get the cards with it, or you can buy the cards separately.
See, that's nice, because if you get more people coming in, or if you ever lose one, you can just quickly grab another set.
Absolutely.
Now, Is this through a publishing house, or is this something you have published yourself?
So this is entirely self-published.
Entirely self-published.
Yes.
I see. And how long would you say your average game of this is?
Well, my best example of this is we went to Gen Con last year, and I ran demos, full adventures in 2 hours, which included character generation and guiding people through the mechanics.
Okay, that I like, because there are times I've sat down to big, hefty role plays, and I've spent maybe 2 or 3 evenings with people just trying to get an entire group to create the entire party. Yeah. Because you always have that question of, well, one of us needs to be a healer, one of us needs to be a fighter, one of us needs to be casting wizzy spells, and the wizard tries to heal you with fire. This is not a good idea. Oh no, I had a wizard in a D&D campaign. This guy, he just said, "Flames will heal you." No, they won't. Stop doing it. God, why? What deity do I need to pray to strike you down with a bolt of lightning? So this game in particular, you're telling me in 2 hours I can get a group, characters created, and game done. Yeah. That is fantastic. Now, how many people do you generally like to run in a gaming session? Because I know there are some role-playing games, they work well with a bigger group, and sometimes it's nice to have that smaller, self-contained, dense group where your GM can actually spend a lot more, me time with each player, actually getting them through the adventure. Yeah. Well, I wrote it very much with Lovecraft's stories themselves in mind, which are most often about just one person. There's a few where there's more people involved. So it's really designed to be able to support anything from, you could have one GM and one player to run the game, or you could have, the largest group I've had was 6 players. That's really nice and really flexible to have on the tabletop. Now, for the show this weekend, I assume you guys, which hall are you in? We are in Hall 1 at J26, which is right at the back near the active zone. All right, well, everybody, if you are sort of tempting yourself with the idea of coming down to UK Games Expo, definitely come and check these guys out, because what I'm looking at here, what I'm seeing here, there's a nice, it's got, I don't know how to describe it. It's got that sort of cottage industry feel to it, where it's so nice, and it's just so, I can't find words for it, but I do love everything that I'm seeing here. And I do want to actually see what your stand looks like out in the floor, and I'm sure everybody out there does as well. Is there anything else you guys are working on maybe in the future that you want to actually tell everybody about? Well, we are constantly expanding our design. So, the Guild Ball, for example, we have the rest of the guilds. So anybody who's worried, we only do 6 of the guilds at the moment, but we have more guilds coming. Yep. We recently have been involved in the Mantic Games Hellboy Kickstarter, and we had exclusive dice trays which were only available for that Kickstarter. So we are looking to expand the licenses and do that. And the Cthulhu Hack, I'm basically working on a couple of books each year to continue expanding the range available for that. It's always a good idea just to come along and actually see what new stuff you guys have at different shows. Yeah. And how many shows would you guys normally go to in a year? What would be your main ones you guys would drop off at? So we go to UK Games Expo, we go to Dragon Meet, we go to Spiel in Essen. Yes. As I said, last year we did Gen Con. We probably won't do Gen Con again this year, but we certainly... Gen Con is quite the hefty one. We might do something like Origins or something next year. And then we go to a lot of the smaller cons, but we're looking to expand. So we were at Salute this year, for example, because what we want to do is show that this can actually be used for counters and things that you would use in board games or war games as well. Well, I mean, again, it's the problem that every gamer faces is, once I have my games, how do I actually manage all the ancillary accessories and stuff that I have? Looking through these, I mean, if I was say a War Machine player, I would grab one of these because I would have my list is just a set of cards. Those go into a pocket. I have the dice that I need to play. Those go into a pocket. I have my dry erase markers. Those go into a pocket. And off you go. And you can actually have these separated down by your different lists then, which is something that's really, really handy. Absolutely. Right. Anything else you'd like to talk about, or are we all the way through? I think we're all the way through then. Okay. Well, this was a little bit of a short one, everybody. So, well, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you have a fantastic show. Everybody, I hope you are enjoying the live stream. Don't forget to come across to ontabletop.com, because we are not only live streaming, we are live blogging this weekend, and we are giving away tons of prizes. So for your chance to win any of those prizes, make sure and get your comments in on that particular section of the live blog. I would like to say thank you very much to you, Paul. Thank you, Justin. Thank you to everybody who's out there watching. We will move on, and we'll see you soon.